Yes, now lads and ladies, we are back. It's stage 2, Singapore Grand Prix. Straight into it. We're not wasting time. I've already wasted more than enough time missing Friday and Saturday, so let's get into it. We have to set a lap time of under 1 minute 40 seconds. So yeah, let's do it. It's our first time running at night. It's gonna be an somewhat representative time. Over the first curb, completely lose the car because, well, I can't see the curbs. And again, third, it's pretty much the exact same thing I did in stage 1, but it's like I'm trying to control the car as much as I can, but you kind of need to be able to see what you're doing to be able to control something. And so I found it extremely frustrating to try and do this, but you got to plow on, can't really waste time. That was honestly a corner cut at turn 1, turn 2, but it's real racing 3, doesn't really care sometimes. So we plow on. I hope I didn't lose too much time because when you go off track in this game, it does slow you down extremely, slows you down so much. We're catching up to the back of a car now. It's a Mercedes. Thank you very much for that, whoever you are. Just blocked us off on our lap, and so out of frustration, just give him a little bump. I think I saw 44 there, which would explain a lot. But if the shoe was on the other foot, I would be speaking to the FIA right now, dive bombing into this corner, just get out of the way, stupid Mercedes. But you know what, whatever, into one of the best sectors, brake, then you should do flat out, but I don't really have the confidence in this car. Brake again, get to the left, flat out through this corner, I have a bit of traffic, it's my teammate, of course it's my teammate. Brake, flat out through the next part. Honestly, that sector is so much fun when you get it completely hooked up. And braking here to the line, we're so close and just about made it with just over 2 seconds to spare. I don't really know how we did that. We kind of messed up at the first corner, and then we still went and had incidents with the Mercedes and our teammates, but we were still able to do it by like 2 seconds. So it shows you these events in Real Racing 3 sometimes aren't that difficult. In saying that though, Monza was one of the hardest events I've ever done in this game. Monza was so tricky, it was so difficult. It wasn't even fun. Like, they just made it too difficult there. This was a bit more fun, but I feel like we'll get into it later where it's more relevant, because yeah, it's not really relevant now, but sometimes it's just they kind of mess it up now. So in this goal, we have to hit certain top speed 3 times within a lap, which I mean should be pretty simple. It is a street circuit, but there are lots of big wide open spaces where you can like really push a car. So let's get into it. So the exit out of this corner is extremely crucial because you just tap the brake here, floor the throttle again, and you're completely flat out down the main straight. And we're gonna get it. Yep, we got one. I tried to brake and accelerate, do that tactic, it didn't work, but you know what, it's okay. We're catching up to the back of Valtteri, and we lose the back end of the car out of that same chicane again. It's like the 3rd time now. We need a counter for how many times I do it at that same corner over and over. But anyway, onto the next straight. We're flying now. We set it again, hit the brakes, push, and race complete. That's goal 2. So that's pretty much the meta on how to do these things. Whenever it says you have to hit a certain top speed a certain amount of times, you just kind of want to accelerate, get to that top speed, hit the brakes, accelerate, hit the brakes, accelerate. That's the best thing to do. Perfect example, at Monza, you had to hit a certain speed like 15 times. And I mean, just driving around Monza, normally you just won't do it in the amount of laps it gave you. But yeah, now it says the track is somewhat hard on brakes, and we have to keep an eye on our brake wear somehow, even though the only thing that moves on the screen is the gear you're in and the speed. But we have to somehow look at our brake thing. I know that's showing us at the top, but that's relevant. But we also have to complete this in 3 minutes or less, so it is a little bit harder. It wants you to push, but you can't push too hard because you need to take care of your brakes. Getting past Sebastian Vettel, makes idle, makes everything. We have Charles Leclerc up next in the Ferrari, probably gonna be Mick's teammate one day, because I mean Ferrari really want to see Schumacher in red again. But yeah, let's go. We're down to 72%, and we technically haven't even started the lap, so it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how we're gonna get on with that lap with pretty much no brakes. while trying to finish in under 3 minutes. We should be able to do it, to be honest. There's nothing really holding us back from doing it. We just, yeah, gotta be brave. And there, I thought the brakes, brakes are fine. It just says 50 something, that's fine, but you saw that it does make a difference what percent the brakes are at, and I kind of lost it, and now we are at 6%, and yeah, I finished it. Even though it said I was on lap 0 to 1, we actually completed it, because this game just doesn't make sense like that. Finished 11th, doesn't really matter. It's free practice. It's just track acclimatization, getting used to the circuit and the car, getting acquainted with everyone and things. So pretty simple. We made 2,000 this time, not the 9,900 from previous events, and yeah, that is pretty simple. On to the next and final goal. We have to finish it with fuel management. I mean, that's kind of dumb. Why not just overfuel the car and then push? I know that overtake rich fuel mixture isn't a thing anymore, but yeah, we have to upgrade. Obviously we have to upgrade. It's Real Racing 3. Whenever you do these events, stage 1 you don't have to upgrade. You never have to upgrade in stage 1. Stage 2 you do have to upgrade, and then stage 3 and 4 occasionally you have to upgrade, and then in stage 5 the last 2 goals are going to require you to upgrade. That's always how it happens. But I made a big mistake while upgrading. I was trying to save as much money as possible, and so I focused on brakes because they were the cheapest, and that's going to become extremely important later on. But there's the amount I spent: 772,800 Motorsport Dollars on these upgrades, and the majority of them were all brake upgrades, just to get me to the PR level at the cheapest amount of money, which looking back at it was a pretty huge mistake. Yeah, but let's not get into that now. We've got about 7 liters of fuel on. We need to do 2 laps, so 3.5 liters, quick maths, 3.5 liters per lap. Pretty simple. Yeah, let's try and do this. It shouldn't be too bad, but yeah, you never know. Right there again, you saw I almost turned too much into that wall because I just can't see where stuff is. Ocon is coming at me at a right rate of knots. I think this is one of those goals where I actually can't get overtaken as well. I need to manage fuel but not let the cars behind overtake me. I don't really know why that matters at all. I understand, like, if you're fighting for position, then yes, but it's a Haas. What's the best it's gonna finish? Like 19th? The only position you're gonna fight for is your teammates. I mean, I guess it could finish higher if there are DNFs higher up in the grid, but that's not really gonna happen. So Ocon is really up by chuff right now, and it is kind of annoying. There's a Red Bull behind him of Sergio Perez, and you can see I lifted and coasted into this corner because it's like I started realizing I am kind of burning more fuel than I would have liked to, and it is annoying. Now, I don't want to lie to you, this event I did fail quite a few times. I think 3 or 4 times. It was kind of annoying because Ocon was like right on my back and he just wouldn't give me a break. So you can see lifting and coasting as much as possible, not really attacking. We're on 3.5. We kind of needed to like last a little bit more, so through that corner, super gingerly through there, very slow. We need to manage a lot more fuel. So you can see going towards turn 1, I just completely lifted off. Even here, taking my time to get back on the throttle, we managed to get away from Ocon because we just accelerated before he did, which means we could have managed more fuel, but that doesn't really matter. Perez has gone past Ocon. They are scuffling, fighting, scrambling behind me, which is great. I was able to lift off super early here and help me save my fuel. So thank you guys for fighting. But Ocon is right on my back, and I had a little slip there. I had a moment where I lost my car because I just realized Ocon's like less than 20 meters behind me. How's that happen? It was like 80. Where did all the space go? And yeah, we've got like just over a liter of fuel left. If only Sebastian Vettel had that much fuel at the end of the Hungarian Grand Prix. But we keep going. I'm really trying to I'm trying my best to be gentle with this. Ocon is super close, and so I have to defend the inside, but he's on the inside, so he's getting a slipstream. So in turn, I'm kind of pulling him closer to me, but I literally don't have a choice because if I leave him on the inside, he's going to dive on me. So yeah, here you can see I'm really pushing. I don't like, this is This is super stressful here. I'm lifting off through this. I'm just going super slowly here. I'm holding him up. I'm like a tractor in front of a Lamborghini, just blocking him off. And we've got like zero.1 of a liter left. We've run out on the line. Oh, we kind of swerved into Ocon's path, and Ocon pushed us over the line. So thank you very much for that, Esteban. You helped me win this goal. Like, I ran out of gas on the line. I ran out, but Esteban pushed me over the line. One of the things was not to get overtaken, but we did it with helps of our French friends. 19,000 Motorsport Dollars. That is very respectable. I will take that. And that is goal 4 out of stage 2 completed. We're like almost there. We're moving 40% there. We got a bunch of VP and we got some racing dollar rewards there. 20,000 Motorsport Dollars, not too shabby, a bit of gold. But yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in later for stage 3. See you guys then.